a prison, okay? And I want to get you out of that prison, baby. You could perfect the way you do something, but one thing you could never perfect is, I always got to keep the notes because I don't want to miss anything. I'll be your authentic self. Now, I'm not afraid to do anything that I have to do. I choose authenticity over perfection. Boom, baby. I can help a lot of people with this. You can just validate yourself, approve things to be how you want them to be, overthinking, overanalyzing. I'm sick and tired of this obsession of being a perfectionist. I'm sick of it holding me back. I'm sick of it making me procrastinate. I'm sick of it making me feel guilty. I'm sick of it making me live with regret. Like, I just got sick and tired of it. Nothing can stop you from doing what you need to do. Nothing can stop you from getting done what you need to get done. Always know that your best is good enough. Hey friends, welcome back to our channel where I inspire your desire to be great, to be great, to be great. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, watching another video. If you are new to my channel, come here, welcome. Hey, my name is Christina. Nice to meet you. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and enjoy some amazing content. It would truly mean a lot to me. To my existing supporters, welcome back, baby. Nice to have you here again with another amazing video. I am super excited to do this video. Before we get into it, today is Saturday, February 18th. It's currently 10:32 p.m. It's super late. This is my third video of the day, but we in work mode, okay? Anyways, so before we get into it, as y'all know, this is a get ready with me video, and it's also a motivational content. So I filmed the get ready with me part already. I ended up changing, as y'all saw, and today is currently the next day. I didn't get to film last night, so we are filming now. Enjoy the get ready with me towards the end, but this is the motivational content, y'all. So I'm excited to do this video because this is something that I have struggled with for a super duper long time. I finally feel like I have broken past it, y'all, and I'm excited to help you guys break past it. So my target audience in this video are people that struggle with being a perfectionist, people that struggle with perfectionism. This video is for you. I created this video specifically for you because I once upon a time struggled with being a perfectionist, y'all. And one day, it wasn't just a random day. I'm gonna highly recommend this book to you guys. So there's this book called Get Over Your Damn Self. I'm gonna link it down in the description box below, and it helped me, y'all. This book, I read it April 28th last year of 2022 through July 14th of 2022. So I'm pretty sure the portion that addressed being a perfectionist, like the one quote that like grabbed my attention and completely transformed my mindset, it happened, I would say maybe like May or June, like around then. And I was able to really face myself when it came to being a perfectionist. And I feel like from then I have literally grown. Like I've literally grown, and I've literally gotten better with dealing with like the mindset of a perfectionist. So I have my notes here. There's different things that I'm going to cover and just hope to help somebody else deal with their perfectionism, cope with their perfectionism, all of that. So this book, in the book, the first quote that like really grabbed my attention, that helped me to face myself when it came to being a perfectionist, because I feel like as a human being, especially if you are a perfectionist, you kind of focus on being a perfectionist in two categories. Being a perfectionist when it comes to yourself and when it comes to the things that you do. So the first aspect I'm going to address is the aspect of being a perfectionist when it comes to yourself. So the quote says, being perfect is the lowest standard someone can have for oneself because it's impossible to attain. And that is 100% true. You could perfect your craft, you could perfect the way you cook something, you could perfect the way you do something, but one thing you could never perfect is being a human being. You will never ever be a perfect human being, y'all. And I'm telling you, when I read that in this book, it changed my life. It changed my outlook on things. It changed the way I did things. It changed the way that I approach things. And sorry, y'all, I need some water. Excuse me, I told y'all this is my third video today, so I've been yapping at the mouth, but it's a good yapping. Anyways, y'all, so when I read that in the book, y'all, I felt like I was set free. I felt like somebody like took a key, opened the prison gates, and let me out. Like, I felt so liberated from obsessing over being perfect, being a perfect human being. Okay, so that's the first area I'm going to address. Get over the idea of being perfect. You will never, ever, ever be perfect. And you have to learn to love yourself that way. You have to learn to accept yourself that way. Again, it's the lowest standard a human being can have for themselves is to be perfect. You are never going to be perfect no matter what you do. Okay, so I hope that helps. I hope that opened the prison gate for you like it did for me, and it liberates you from the idea, the false concept. Being a perfect human being is a false concept. It's a fairy tale. It's a wish. It's not real. It's very, very fiction. So get that out of your head, and I hope that helps you get over the piece of being a perfectionist when it comes to being yourself. Now, on the other hand, I feel like you can be a perfectionist. You can try to be a perfectionist when it comes to doing things and getting things done, right? But before I get to that part, because I'm looking at my notes again, y'all know I always got to keep the notes because I don't want to miss anything. I want to give you guys every single thing. The other quote that I've also written down, which was from like a business call I was on, if I'm not mistaken, or something like that. No, it was another book that I read, but I don't remember which book it was. But it says the goal isn't to be perfect, it's to be authentic. Okay, and I feel like once you overcome the thought, the idea, and the obsession of being a perfect person, it will be easier for you to be your authentic self. As I told you, like, I've gotten so much more comfortable with being myself. I've gotten so much more free when it comes to being myself because I'm no longer obsessing over not making mistakes. I'm 100% okay with making mistakes. Before, I was never okay with making mistakes. I would be frustrated. I would be overwhelmed. I would overthink it. It would make me be afraid to do anything. Now, I'm not afraid to do anything that I have to do because I know, even no matter how hard I try, I'm not going to be perfect. So in this quote, like I said, written it down. It says the goal isn't to be perfect, it's to be authentic. And at the end of the quote, I said, I choose authenticity over perfection every single time. Like, I'd rather be my true authentic self. And the true authentic self of every human being is that they are not perfect. And I will choose that every single time over the fantasy, the fairy tale, the false idea of being a perfect human being. So I have covered that. And now the other area, like I said, because I got two things written down, which is why I was excited to do this, because I tend to write down, like, when an idea comes to mind for a YouTube video, I just jot stuff down. I'll be jotting stuff down. And then I was going through my sticky note pile, and then I literally found those 4 different sticky notes, and I was like, boom, baby, this is what I'm going to talk about, because I strongly feel that I can help a lot of people with this, because I was once in this position. I was once this person. So as I told you, there's 2 categories when it comes to being a perfectionist. There's you obsessing over being a perfect person, and it's also you obsessing over doing things perfectly. Okay, so I'm gonna share with y'all a few signs of someone that's a perfectionist, and this mainly applies to when you're a perfectionist in trying to do things. That's what I said. We're on the do things now. The people that, some people may not be a perfectionist when it comes to being a person, but some people might be a perfectionist when it comes to doing things. Okay, so few signs I feel like of someone that is a perfectionist when it comes to doing things. Like, they want everything to be done perfectly. They have this extremely high standard when it comes to doing things, and sometimes that standard is a standard that's very impossible to attain. Okay, now don't get me wrong, there are standards of where you can set for things to be done this way, to be this way, but there's also false standards that you could create for yourself. Just like I said, you could create false standards to be perfect when it comes to yourself, and you could create false standards of how things should be done that is impossible to be done that way. Okay, second, People that are an all or nothing person. If you're a person that's always like all or nothing, and trust and believe me, baby, I used to be this way. I'm like, I want it all or nothing, right? But I realized that had held me back for a long time, and that kept me back for a long time. So if you have that type of mentality, that might be a sign as well that you are a perfectionist, okay? Another thing that can develop if you are someone that's a perfectionist, you tend to crave approval. When you can just validate yourself, approve things to be how you want them to be, rather than waiting on someone else to approve them, okay? So that's another sign of of being a perfectionist. The other one is feedback can make you defensive, y'all. I used to be so defensive. Like when people give me feedback, especially feedback that would be considered negative feedback or constructive criticism, I would always get defensive. I would always feel that I need to justify it. Now, I don't feel that I need to justify it. I feel that it's okay for you to give me constructive criticism. And if I want to improve things that way, based on the constructive criticism that you give me, fine. But I no longer try to justify what you are giving me as constructive criticism, because again, I feel like I'm growing past this phase of being a perfectionist. So as a perfectionist, if you are a person that tends to get defensive when people give you feedback, that could be a sign that you are a perfectionist as well. Another big sign of being a perfectionist, y'all, and I thank God for helping me with this so much, because this used to be one of my struggles as well. You are highly critical of other people, and the reason why you're highly critical of other people is because you have this false fantasy, this false expectation of, first of all, that's the standard you have for yourself, right? Is to be this perfect person, and then you expect others to be the same. So when you're highly critical of other people, it's because you're also highly critical of yourself, because you have this false expectation that people are going to be perfect and that you should also be perfect. And remember, that's the lowest standard you can have for yourself, and that's the lowest standard you can have for any human being, because it's impossible to attain. It's impossible for any human being to be perfect, okay? So that's another sign of you being a perfectionist. The two more I got is you're a big procrastinator. You are a big procrastinator. Being a perfectionist, and this is why I made the decision when last summer that I no longer wanted to be a perfectionist, because it keeps you back. You end up overthinking, you end up overanalyzing, you end up making up false scenarios that do not exist. And something that you should have started, something that you should have done, you don't end up doing it. You end up procrastinating. It end up taking you longer than it is supposed to, because you have this bad habit of being a perfectionist, okay? So that's another sign. If you tend to procrastinate in a lot of things, that could be one of the reasons why, is because your perfectionist like mindset, your perfectionist habit is keeping you back from. And then last but not least, you're full of guilt, because now when you procrastinate, you take longer to do something when you know you're supposed to do it, eventually you feel guilty about it. Why? Because you created this false fantasy of being a perfectionist that's impossible to attain, and then you don't do what you're supposed to do, and then you're not doing what you're supposed to do. You end up dealing with the consequences of not doing it, and now you're full of guilt. They said in life there's two types of discipline. There's the pain of discipline, and then there's regret. The pain, yeah. Okay, so in life you'll either have the pain of regret or the pain of discipline. There's two types of pain, not two types of regret. I'm sorry. So in life, you will always experience two types of pain. Either the pain of disciplining yourself, getting it done, being disciplined and saying, you know what, it doesn't have to be perfect, but I'm going to do it regardless. That's the first pain that you're going to go through. Or you're going to say, I coulda, shoulda, woulda, but I didn't. You get what I'm trying to say? So those are the few signs of you being a perfectionist. Now, to help you move past this, to help you get past this, it's a mindset thing. It's a mentality thing. You have to get to a place where you realize, one of the things I also wrote down on my sticky note, I don't know where I heard this, but like I told you, I was in this zone last summer of me being like, you know what? I'm sick and tired of this obsession of being a perfectionist. I'm sick of it holding me back. I'm sick of it making me procrastinate. I'm sick of it making me feel guilty. I'm sick of it making me live with regret. Like, I just got sick and tired of it. So everything I was hearing concerning overcoming, like being perfect, overcoming being a perfectionist, baby, I was writing it down because I wanted to remind myself until I got it. And now I feel like I have gotten it. Done is better than perfect. Once you develop that mindset, nothing can stop you from doing what you need to do. Nothing can stop you from getting done what you need to get done. Getting something done is better than getting it done perfect. Okay? Now, remember I told you, being a perfect person is different from doing things in a perfect manner. If that is a struggle for you where you want something to be done perfectly, hire people that can get it done perfectly, professionally, to the level that you want it done. There are some people, they like their hair done a certain way, right? But they couldn't afford it once upon a time, right? So they did their hair themselves. They did what they could afford. But when they got to a place where they could afford the perfect way that they like it done, they paid someone to do it. So the way some things are done can be done perfectly. I'll give you guys an example. That's why I told you like my mindset shifted last year. Last year, I was, not just last year, but for a few years, I was doing hairdressing. Like, that was a side hustle for me. But I started getting frustrated. I started getting overwhelmed. I started losing interest because I'm a perfectionist. So I will keep the client there until I get the hair done exactly how I want it. I would find faults. I would find mistakes. And as a result, it would take me so much longer to do their hair than I wanted to because I'm so worried about being perfect. I would be overwhelmed. I would feel burnt out by the end of it because I'm obsessed with perfectionism. You get what I'm trying to say? So just remember, in everything you do, getting something done is better than being perfect. That's how I've become consistent on my YouTube channel, because I got to a place where I was like, you know what? I don't care if my video is perfect or not. I want to lock in. I want to focus. I want to develop the habit of being consistent, not being perfect. Perfect is a low standard. You are never going to be perfect. What you do can be perfected over time. You get what I'm trying to say? But who you are can never be perfect. You get what I'm trying to say? So you have to learn to separate the two. And you also have to, in your mind, understand that sometimes what you need to get done won't be done perfectly, and that will liberate you from procrastinating. That will liberate you from taking longer to do something that you've always wanted to do. That will liberate you from starting something that you've always wanted to start. There's a dream you've wanted to pursue. There's a goal you've wanted to pursue. There's a business that you've wanted to start, but you've never started because you're obsessed with being perfect. You're so focused on being perfect. You're so focused on, oh, this have to be in place. No, it don't. You just have to start. That's all the bottom line comes down to. And you also have to get over that mindset of perfectionism. And then last but not least, this is another thing that has helped me with when I'm doing stuff. Because remember, you're not going to be perfect as a person. We're past that. What you're doing can be perfected, but in the process of that, you have to accept when you have done your best. Okay, now there's a time frame allocated for everything. In that time frame, do the best you can every single time. Every video that I drop, I do the best I can. Is it perfect? No. Does it come out 100% the way that I want it to every time? No, but I've learned to just accept, you know what, Christina, you've done the best you can. And always know that your best is good enough. When you've done your best, you'll be satisfied. When you know you've done your best, when you know you've given it everything that you've got based on the time that you've been allocated, because most of the time, that's what gets in our way from perfecting things, right? So if you know you've used and maximized your time to the best of your ability to create the best results that you can, be okay with that. Learn to accept it. And it's a mindset, like I said, that I've developed, and it has completely liberated me from this obsession with being perfect. So that is pretty much all I have for you guys in this video. I truly hope and pray that this video will help a lot of people that used to be like me, that struggled with perfectionism. Okay, this was something, like I said, that kept me in a prison for a long time, where I cared to a certain extent what people something. I wanted validation. I wanted approval. Now, there's certain things that once upon a time I would ask for validation for. I will not ask for validation for it. I will not. If I feel convicted about something, if I believe something will work out and go a certain way, I'm going to do what I have to do, and I'm going to stand on that, whether it's perfect or it's not. As long as your best is involved, I'm okay with that. So I hope you adapt the same mindset. I truly hope this video helped you break past and open the prison gates and set you free from obsessing over being perfect, obsessing over having a perfectionist mindset, okay? Don't get me wrong. It's nothing wrong with aspiring for the best, doing the best that you can, but also have a balance. Have a balance, and that's all I have for you guys. I'm gonna roll the clip of me getting ready and of my outfit, and then I'm gonna close this video out. So done is better than perfect, okay?
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yeah, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range, cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some
friends. So I just got home. It's a little bit like late, not too late, but I want to get out of this outfit. So I just wanted to show y'all it before I change. I'm gonna do the motivational part of this video in a whole different outfit because I don't feel like keeping this on. Like, I'm ready to get comfortable and all that. So I'm gonna show y'all what I wore today. I'm gonna get my shoes first, that way I can show y'all my shoes and my purse. All right, y'all, so this is my outfit for today. I wore this dress, which is super cute. I love it. This is one of my favorite dresses, actually. Oh, I took my jewelry off. Anyways, I wore gold accessories with this, as y'all can tell, because the gold is in here. Still got my gold earrings on, but I took my bracelet off, my chain off, and I'm gonna show y'all the shoes that I wore with this. They're these shoes. One of my favorite shoes is Well, which it complements it so good. And then I wore this bag to go with it. Ooh, yeah, I wore this bag to go with this. So that's my outfit, y'all, for today. I hope y'all enjoy it. So as I told you, I'm about to go get comfortable. I'm about to change. It's currently 9:04 p.m. so I don't want to be in a stress. All right, guys, so I hope y'all enjoyed those clips. I enjoyed doing them. I enjoyed filming them. Just a quick recap, just a quick reminder. Being perfect, remember, like I said, is the lowest standard a human being can have for themselves and have for another human being, because perfect as a human being is impossible to attain. Remember as well, the goal your goal is not to be perfect. Your goal is to be authentic, and I will choose authenticity over perfection every single time. You should definitely do the same. Always choose to be your authentic self over a fantasy so-called perfect self, okay? Also, Getting it done is better than getting it done perfectly. And accept when you have done your best in everything that you do, in every situation. Accept when you have done your best. So that is all I have for you guys. If you know anyone that struggles with being a perfectionist, feel free to share this video with them. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button down below if you like this video. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you can continue enjoying more amazing videos, amazing content, powerful inspirational videos like this one. Okay, so thank you guys so much for tuning in. I truly appreciate you guys, and don't forget to leave a comment down below as well if there's anything that you would like to share, if there's anything that you would like to talk about, because y'all know I like to talk about it in the comments. Okay. Anyways, that is all I have for you guys. I love you guys, I appreciate you guys, and don't obsess over being perfect. Don't. It's not worth it. It's draining, it's tiring, it's exhausting, it's a prison. Okay, and I want to get you out of that prison, baby. Okay, get out that prison of perfectionists. Okay, all right, I love you guys. Bye, and I will see you all in the next video where I inspire your desire to be great, to be great, to be great.